Hello, my name is Kendall Ellison, and today I'm going to be talking about the community-based project that I've been working on, and the lesson included in it is called the Thanksgiving lesson. So, for this project, I had to ask a teacher what a problem that they are having in their classroom is, and I contacted Miss Weatherall, and she needs help keeping her students' attention. She says she is running out of creative ideas to help her teach lessons. She also lives in a low socioeconomic district. This means that the children might be focusing on other things that are not pertaining to the lesson, but they might be thinking about where they're going to get their next meal, or where they're going to sleep that night, or if they're going to be warm. Things like that really draw their attention away from the lesson. Miss Weatherall teaches a kindergarten class at Darnell Elementary School, and there are 18 students in her class. When talking about this project, I asked her what technology she had available in her classroom for her students to use, and she replied back with that she has an iPad for each student, 2 Chromebooks, 2 computers for students, an Elmo projector, and a microphone sound system. The lesson material that we are going to be using throughout this lesson includes 2 Thanksgiving handouts, a whiteboard, dry erase boards and markers, colors, pencils, iPads, technology programs such as Powtoon game websites, and Toondoo. We also need scissors and glue. The objective of the lesson is for the students to really learn the meaning and importance behind the national holiday of Thanksgiving. After the lessons, I believe that students should be able to identify these things. They should briefly be able to tell the history behind Thanksgiving. They should be able to write down and verbally say words that associate with Thanksgiving. They should know what day and time of the year that Thanksgiving falls under. And the last thing that they should know is the objects that associate with Thanksgiving. In this lesson, we'll be using 3 technology tools. These tools include Toondoo, Powtoon, and educational game websites. An overview of Powtoon. Powtoon is a website that allows you to bring material to life. It doesn't matter if it's for a story, lesson, or project. Powtoon is a creative way to present your work. It is very simple to use, and it includes moving art, sound, and many different slide translations to choose from. The next technology tool we're going to be using is educational games websites. The overview of this is that the website the students will be using pertains an activity that has symbols that relate to Thanksgiving, and they're supposed to match the symbols up. It is very easy to navigate, and the link is listed here. Toondoo is a website where you can make comic strips. There are so many different characters to choose from. It's very super simple for the students to use. If they need help, they can always ask the teacher. Alright, now an introduction to the lesson. First, the teacher will begin the lesson by asking the students if they have ever heard of the holiday Thanksgiving. She will then ask them to get out their dry erase boards and write down a word or phrase, 3 of them, that they think of when they first think about Thanksgiving. Okay, so the application of the technology in the lesson for Powtoon. The teacher will have to make a Powtoon on her own prior to teaching the lesson, of course, about Thanksgiving. The Powtoon should include how the Pilgrims came over and the big feast that they had. It should talk about why the holiday is important and when the holiday was established. It should also include the colors that are associated with Thanksgiving and the foods as well. Then the teacher will show the Powtoon to the class. Throughout the Powtoon, she should stop it and pause it and ask her students if they have any questions. When the teacher pauses the Powtoon, she will also explain in further depth the slides that are in the Powtoon. Application of technology in the lesson, educational games. The teacher will hand out iPads to all students. They will play a matching game related to Thanksgiving. This will help the students stay focused because they will be playing the game. The students will play the game until they found all the matches. This will really keep their attention. Application of the technology in the lesson Toondoo. After the students play the game, the teacher will show them an example of Toondoo, like the one I have screenshotted below. Toondoo is kind of like a comic strip, and this Toondoo should relate to Thanksgiving. She will show them the app and how to use it on the iPad. Next, the teacher will tell them to go to their seats and create their own Toondoo. This will be very fun for the students, and it will keep their attention. The students will walk around the room answering questions and helping the students with their Toondoo. After the students are done with the Toondoo, the teacher will go around and email all the students' work to her school email. That way she can save these as images and upload them to her computer and show them on the projector to the class. The class will be able to see all their classmates' work, which will be very interesting and fun. Assessment of the Students Learning Part 1. They will be assessed by making their own Toondoo. The students will be expected to write a phrase or sentence pertaining to what they just learned in class. The teacher will use a rubric to grade their Toondoos. The teacher will also give them a handout to see if they remember or took away anything from the online educational matching game. The students should be able to pick out the images that do not fit in with Thanksgiving. She will be able to grade these handouts by seeing if they cut and glued the pictures in their appropriate places. Assessment of the Students Learning Part 3. Throughout the week, the teacher will give the students coloring sheets like the one to the side, and they will have words that they should copy down. The teacher will assess the students by checking how correctly they rewrote the words from the coloring sheet. As you can see from this coloring sheet, there are pictures that have to do with Thanksgiving, and below them are words. There are also spaces where the students can rewrite those words. Here is the rubric that will be used to grade the students' Toondoo. They will be graded on graphics and how original they were. They will be graded on the required elements that I've told them prior to creating their Toondoo. I will grade them, or the teacher will grade them on the use of class time and their knowledge gained. Last but not least, the Common Core Standards and the ISTE Standards. This lesson follows the Common Core Standards in Arkansas as shown in the screenshot. It says, that kindergartners are able to identify the purpose of national holidays and describe the people or events celebrated. The ISTE standard that pertains to this lesson is shown below in a screenshot. It says students communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualizations, models, or simulations. And conclusion. Overall, I hope this lesson opens up ideas and possibilities that can further Ms. Weatherall's teaching performance. This lesson should solve the problem of keeping the attention of her students. I hope by adding more technology, tools, and websites in her lessons will help her keep her students interested and eagerly listening. I'm so glad that I could help. Thank you.